Hey yo, what's up guys, Evers here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the subjects that you'll be taking in part 8 of law school in order to familiarize everyone and make everyone prepared before stepping into the realms of part 8. So saddle up because we are about to board the ship to set sail into the uncharted lands of part 8. Therefore, to kickstart this video, I'll be sharing with you the first subject, which is Law 593, known as Civil Trial and Advocacy. In this subject, there are no final exams, but your marks for this subject will be calculated based on the assignments that you do. Here in the subject, there are six assignments in total. There is the client consultation, there is the settlement assignment, there is summary judgment, and there's also mock trial. But for settlement, it is divided into two smaller assignments. That's how you get six assignments in total. And if you score well, then you'll get high marks for your subject, and there are no final exams for this subject. Client consultation is basically whereby you will meet your client and you give advice to that client. For the settlement assignment, instead of going to court and sue the other opponent, you meet the lawyers of the other person that has somehow affected you and try to reach a settlement or negotiate with the other party so that you don't necessarily have to go to court to settle your dispute. Number 3 is summary judgment. Instead of going for a full-blown trial, you can always go for summary judgment and sell everything in a very short time without even having to argue and fight in court, or that your case is very weak. There's no point in having a full trial. The last assignment is mock trial, whereby it involves asking questions and interrogating the clients or the witnesses in court. So that is mock trial. Therefore, that sums up the first subject. The second subject is Law 594, which is magisterial skills. Also, for this subject, there are no final exams, and the marks that you get from this subject are all dependent on your assignments. And these are remand, bail, summary trial, and grounds of judgment. For remand, it's a process where in court you would like to ask the judge to extend the detention of a suspect inside prison. Therefore, you might, as a police officer or the public prosecutor, you might want to extend the detention of that person because you want to further complete your investigations and collect as much evidence before eventually charging the suspect. Number 2 is bail. Bail is whereby the suspect is already charged and is in the process of a trial, but you would like to pay bail for the charged or the accused so that they don't have to stay inside prison or jail while the lockup while the trial is pending or is still ongoing, and they can stay at home. But by paying bail, the accused must come to court when they are called until the court delivers their verdict. Number 3 is summary trial. Summary trial is whereby the accused openly admits and pleads guilty in court. And once they do that, the court will immediately find him guilty and pass a sentence. If the accused pleads guilty, then they are allowed to get a lesser punishment or lesser sentence. That is the reason why the accused may want to plead guilty. And in the summary trial, it is for the lawyers representing the accused to try to persuade the judge to give a lower sentence or a lower punishment. The last assignment is grounds of judgment. The grounds of judgment is whereby you will become the magistrate and you will be preparing a document listing out your legal reasons and giving the punishment and sentence onto the accused. The third subject that you'll be learning in part 8 will be Law 598, which is ethics. Ethics is a subject whereby it will instill discipline and ethics among future lawyers, which are definitely us as part 8 law students when we are about to graduate and embark into the career world. Therefore, this subject will teach us on the manners and the discipline and to maintain the good reputation and image of a future advocate and solicitor. There are 3 main components which will be calculated as part of your carry marks, and this subject also does have a final exam. It's just that the 2 assignments or carry mark work will include number one, the common test, and number two is preparing a chambering file. A common test is whereby you will sit the exam during your mid semester, and number two is the chambering file, which is this. You will be preparing this once you enter into part 8 or during that subject, and this assignment helps you to be prepared once you become a chambering student, as this file is indeed important. While you're doing chambering, you will have to prepare all of these files for you to eventually become an advocate and solicitor. And for me personally, I've made more than 80 pages for my chambering file. I don't have the full document with me because I left it somewhere else. But this is the cover page, and this is generally how it will look like. And you have to do it alone. And in addition to this, your carry marks will also include a Viva. What a Viva means is that you'll be questioned by your lecturer based on the chambering file that you have made. Therefore, you will come to your lecturer's office, and the lecturer will ask you a lot of questions to calculate your carry marks and ask you a lot of questions based on the chambering file and based on the law on how to become an advocate and solicitor while you're doing your chambering or pupillage in a law firm. The next subject is Law 599, which is corporate law and procedure. This is basically a subject where it teaches you or enlightens you about the future prospects of entering into the corporate business world. And in this subject, there are 3 carry marks assignments. This subject does not have any final exams. Both assignments involves preparing an incorporation file. It's similar to the ethics file, but this time it's about how are you going to establish a company? What are the advice that you will be giving to your client in establishing a company? There are many types of businesses or types of companies in Malaysia. It can range from a private to public company, a partnership, a limited liability partnership. It can be a joint venture. These are just among the types of businesses that are available in Malaysia. And that is why you have to prepare 2 files for each, respectively, for the 2 assignments, to list down what are the legal requirements and regulatory compliances that you have to do in order for you to establish your own business or company. The last assignment out of the 3 will be Viva. It's similar to ethics. Therefore, the lecturer will ask you questions related to the documents that you have prepared in order to establish a company in Malaysia. The next subject is Law 609, which is opinion writing. Opinion writing is whereby your client comes to your office with a problem, and you will have to prepare a letter around 5 pages to give your advice on their problems or the issues that your clients are facing. And in this subject, there's no final exam, and it's entirely based on the 3 assignments, and all the 3 assignments have the same template, which is basically just to prepare your opinion on the issues and troubles that your clients are experiencing. I have an example of my own opinion writing letter in the link in the description box below, so you can check it out and see how the template actually looks like. And it's always constant. It's just the substance and the context differ from each of the 3 letters that you will have to write for each of the 3 assignments. We have Law 611, which is Criminal Procedure 2. In this subject, you will have 2 assignments and you have a final exam. In these 2 assignments, they're all group work, and it's just basically answering I-like questions. I'm not going to elaborate further how it is, and you can check the subjects which will be available based on the law notes that I have provided in the Google Drive. Next subject is Law 612, which is Civil Procedure 2. In this subject, there are 2 assignments, 1 common test, and a final exam. For the 2 assignments, they will consist of presentation, and another one is a group work. There is 1 common test, which I've explained earlier. You'll be taking this perhaps somewhere in the middle of your part 8, and a final exam. To conclude this video, for final year, you will have 7 subjects in total. It's just that 3 of them only have final exams, and the other 4 is whereby it's just based on the assignments and carry marks calculated from them, which will be inserted and become part of your entire CGPA. And that's all I'd like to say in this video. If you want to know how final year is like in part 8, it's just the same. It's similar to part 7. There's nothing much really changed changes about it. So I have a video of how you will prepare and get ready for final year of law school in this video right here. And till then, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I've managed to explain and elaborate what are the subjects in final year. If you have any inquiries or any question, or you are curious to know more, just let me know down in the comment section below. I've also put all of my materials, links to study notes and so forth in the description box below. Again, till then, thank you guys so much. Averos 313 signing out, and it was a pleasure to have you aboard my ship. Hope you have a pleasant and fantastic day ahead of you. Goodbye, guys.